I think that there was a time where I talked to my clients about kind of a one-way funnel where we push things out to consumers and imagine, you know, when I was a teenager, I'll use myself as an example, I feel like Gap dictated my whole life, right? It's like when their fall campaign came out, that's who I was, that's what I was going to be. And if I wanted a specific shoe, there was no online shopping. I went to a mall that dictated what I had access to, and that was that. You know, if I was a suburban Jersey girl, this is what I could have access to. And I'm sure we remember those times where our friends would travel to the West Coast and we'd get something there that we couldn't get at home. And so I think it created this funnel where marketers could project onto consumers what was cool. And there have been documentaries. I think there was a particular one I saw called The Merchants of Cool, where Sprite actually said, we project onto you the image of who we want you to be. And that, for me, is definitely a bit of an ethical dilemma. And I think I was coming about in a time where, you know, technology has created this interesting democracy where consumers can, I feel, have the power and can dictate things to brands. You know, Gap changed its logo, consumers didn't like it, they changed it back to the old one. You know, that would never happen, in my opinion, 20 years ago. I think your ability to shop online and to make those types of decisions totally changes the playing field. You know, it's not a dictatorship anymore. It's, if I don't like this, I won't do it. You know, if I don't want to buy a car, I can use Uber now. You know, if I want to be a conscious consumer, there are ways I can do that. And so I think that for me, I've always erred on the side of just working with brands that I really like and brands whose products I am passionate about. You know, and it's hard because there's some, you know, for me, can I say, I was so passionate about Dell. You know, I may not have, the products I got to work on were amazing products and for people who need PCs. But what I was really passionate about was Michael Dell's entrepreneurial spirit, and that he is really a true entrepreneur who is fascinated by new things and creating new things. And so that, for me, was someone I could get behind. And I think that in general, I would tell you 90% of the people I've worked with have really wanted to connect with this consumer. And the people who wanted to dictate to them weren't people that would work with my system anyway, because, you know, the consumer and that research and data, you know, we have a process we call Connect, Brand, Impact, Understand. And the first step in that process is bringing in the voice of the consumer. So you can imagine if you're a marketer that you already have your plans and you just want me to verify what you're saying, we probably wouldn't be the best match. So I think that earlier in my career, it was something that probably came up a lot more, where now I feel like it's the reverse, where brands are understanding that you dictate what's going to happen and they're just trying to figure out where they fit.